Picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Clemson Tigers and the BYU Cougars. Restate the state of again. Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
One of the most beautiful backdrops in all of college sports. LaBelle Edwards Stadium with the mountains shining behind it. Many say it is one of the most beautiful fields you'll ever play on. 63,000 strong, the Cougars have proven to be one of the best home crowds. Their spirit and their noise makes it a tough place to play at elevation. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bachmeier. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Now in motion. From the gun, it's Martin. Fights off a defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They give it to him again. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. A spectacular one-hand grab.
All right, and it all starts with the big bear. I mean, first of all, when your name is Bear, you're cool for everyone else. But when you saw him come in as a freshman a year ago, big, strong, everybody debated his weight. Is he 220? Is he 230? Probably closer to 250. And you watched him as a freshman make play after play with his legs, throwing the football. Palmer, this is a guy, man, in this offense, in this system, he takes another step, and he's better passing the ball through the air. You better watch out for BYU.
I think you're right. I think expectations are a lot different in Provo this year because of what you just said. I think Bear Bachmeier kind of came out of nowhere a year ago, and all of a sudden you blinked, and they were 8-0, and at the end of the year they're playing in the Big 12 championship game. He was just a freshman. He's had an outstanding offseason. The coaching staff already says he's digesting more of the playbook. They're going to be able to open it up a little bit more. He's going to play with more confidence, and if he stays healthy, BYU can win the conference and reach the playoff.
Caught in the backfield. It's Lyons. Turning it on. He's guided out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 6-yard line, and this defense has to be reeling. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays, and now set up for first and goal.
Oh, he's pitching out, what?
The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On the run, it's Davidson. tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, if they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion, and right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show.
Why was that pass so bad?
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
He did not make it a stone.
So no blocking, nothing. All right.
Clemson will send the punt
Be one of those
out.
games.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Smashes ahead. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Rush is on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Hard running there. Driven back.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Fires to the right. Working the big fella downfield and outside. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
Why are you not over the top
You
right
love it when
there?
your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
The Cougars with the 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Lyons. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. We've reached the break. BYU is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. He's got it on the run. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Drives inside. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And I'm not not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together. First and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. And the Cougars want to crank the tempo. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here.
We call the same play back to back.
Touchdown, BYU! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David. When
we got a diver, ladies and gentlemen.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Second down, going to throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. He's going to run it. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And the deflection on third down. How big is that?
Yeah, my guys ain't going to stick with your guys, but you guys will fucking stick with mine like glue. Love that. Love this game somehow. I'm due for a fucking bad game.
He tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Finds his target. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside. It's Martin. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Right side, it's Bachmeier. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Man, this is not the plan that they drew up defensively. Like, trying to get stops, trying to get them off the field. They finally get them to a 3rd down situation, and they still can't execute. So, slow start for this defense. They better find some answers because they've already dug themselves a hole.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. BYU has this offense clicking. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Straight ahead, it's Martin. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Complete in the middle. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback going straight.
Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Making the adjustment on the play. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Touchdown, Cougar! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
You always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And he makes the extra point. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Fresh set of downs going up top.
His guy's catching it. Why won't mine?
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch,
it don't matter how hard his guys get hit.
Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Here comes the heat. Got room at the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And so far, man, everything's been difficult for this offense. And credit to the defense. They've taken away all the easy stuff. The easy perimeter throws, the quick throws. Nice job playing fast, playing physical. But this QB's got to get a little bit more in rhythm. Be a little bit more patient. Go through his progressions a little bit better. Right now, so far, it's an 0 for 4 start.
2nd and long here. Follows his blocks. Ncaa27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. The snap sets up the throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? The give to the lone running back. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gonna let it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime.
Second half, I need you to give me better animation, please. Jesus Christ.
From the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the number 10 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Hoosiers in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being pumped right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime.
Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Burrows. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Clemson is quick to the line. Drops back on first down. The short hands. It's Davidson. There he goes. The 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Still looking, and he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davidson.
Bro, this fucking spot lag too. What the fuck?
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. So after that turnover, they can add to this already sizable lead with their first drive of this second half. Keeps it moving. It's
Yeah, right, bro.
He's
The
got
fuck down.
He'll be stopped at the 27, but it's a
Blitzing linebacker and everything, fucking nothing. Alright, bro.
And a great job on the offensive line.
Chop
You're
this
gonna
shit
run
up
the
to a
ball right
fucking
up the middle. You gotta
loss.
control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Tells to fake. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. BYU with the 1st and 10. Out wide right, it's Bachmeier. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Bachmeier. This time he's got it.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
It didn't look like for a second, man. He was going to take that all away. He was going to score, broke some tackles, made the play, down inside the 5. He finally gets wrapped up. Now this offense set up with a 1st and goal situation.
The quick game. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw.
Well, why are you taking forever to grab the block, bro? Whatever.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play.
So what?
And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field.
Hey,
and on the
fucking Dan, Jesus Christ.
Because on paper, they're the better team.
Fuck it.
From a player standpoint,
Score 100 on me. Who the fuck cares?
Things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Kill this fucking faggot.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Quick give. It's Martin. Nowhere to go.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Churns into the pile. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
On to the next one.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
This fucking line is not that good.
The defense forced a turnover, puts you in a great position. Now, put a few first downs together. Ultimate goal is to capitalize on it, punch it in the end zone. But nice job moving the football little by little, trying to get this touchdown.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for.
Yeah, by 4 scores, you better get him out of there. You hurt him.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's the first thing that's really gone right this afternoon. You got a big deficit. You haven't hit the quarterback very often. You need to change that around. Good start of the second half here. Make him feel uncomfortable.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. On 1st and goal, let's see if BYU can score here. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
I'm declining that one.
And so after that penalty, the offense says thank you very much, and it's 1st and goal. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I
goddamn
know that.
annoying.
Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
And they'll try it again after getting nothing on second down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. They'll try to blast their way in. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And it's right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big.
And he loses the football on the return. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
From the gun, tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll move the wide receiver. This is a designed run, and he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. He did everything he could to find enough running room.
Damn right I'm going to get some fucking offense. 71 yards is ridiculous.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Davidson. Nice move to keep running. Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes down the right side. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession. Clemson calls its second timeout.
And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things and win. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really.